Hello chess lovers, I have a very beautiful attacking game for you played by Mikhail Tal against Stefan Mohr. The game was played in 1990. Tal had white pieces and he started with e4, g6 by Mohr, modern defense. Black allows white to occupy the center with his pawns and is later starting to undermine white's pawn structure. d4, bishop g7, knight c3, d6, f4, knight c6, bishop e3, knight f6, knight f3, black castles kingside, queen d2, Tal is preparing queenside castling, knight g4, black wants to exchange the knight with this dark square bishop, which later can cause black some problems, for example from h6 square or at some point from d4, but now Mikhail Tal is simply placing the bishop on g1 square and now he will play h3 with a tempo and kick away the knight and will start a pawn storm on the king side. We see e5, d5, kicking away the first knight and then h3, the second knight also retreats and only now we see f takes e5, d takes e5, and bishop c5. Instantly this bishop is occupying the a3 f8 diagonal. Of course not knight takes e5 because of this knight takes e4 and already there are some dangerous threats. That's why we see bishop c5, rook e8, white castles queenside, c6 undermining white center, d takes c6 and queen a5. Black is avoiding the exchange of queens but actually capturing on d2 would have been better and then knight takes c6, but instead after d takes c6 we see queen a5. Not a good idea, of course, by Stefan Mohr. As for me, I don't think that this queen a5 is a good idea. You know, when you are playing against Mikhail Tal, you should exchange the queens as soon as possible, otherwise he will sacrifice his queen. Let's see what happened next. Tal captured on b7, bishop takes b7, bishop a3. This bishop is both controlling this diagonal and is also protecting white's queenside. Knight c6, bishop c4, the second bishop is also coming, eyeing on f7 square. Rook d8, queen f2, knight d4 and knight g5. Targeting the pawn on f7. Rook d7 protecting the pawn on f7, but this steps into bishop b5. Black captured on b5 in order not to lose one of his rooks, but actually playing rook c8 would have been better. If bishop takes d7 then black has this powerful rook takes c3 move. The idea is that if b takes c3 then queen takes a3 check and the players have equal chances. But instead after bishop b5 we see knight takes b5. Here comes rook takes d7, bishop c6, moving away the bishop under the fire with a tempo attacking the rook. By the way, knight takes d7 is not a good idea because of this queen takes f7 move. That's why we see bishop c6, but now this rook is also winning the pawn on f7. In return, Stefan Mohr captured on c3. Now white has to be very careful. If a move like b takes c3 then white can even lose the game. The rook can join the attack. This is going to be catastrophic. That's why after knight takes c3 Tal went for this ultra aggressive rook takes f6. But now of course black can't recapture because after queen takes f6 this is just crushing. That's why after rook takes f6 black played knight takes e4, knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, queen e2, and bishop takes g2. Well, actually playing bishop takes f6 is better. If queen takes e4 then rook d8. But after queen e2 we see bishop takes g2, which allows this rook a6, moving away the rook under the fire with a tempo attacking black queen. Queen d5, now comes the second rook, rook d1. Queen b7, queen c4 check, king h8, rook e6, trying to exploit the weakness of the 8th rank. Now if rook takes e6 then the second rook will come and this is going to be crushing. We see rook c8, but now comes rook e7, counter-attacking black queen, and in this position black made a horrible mistake and captured on c4. Well, actually queen c6 could have prolonged the game, though after the exchange of queens white has an advantage, but after rook e7 we see rook takes c4. I'm not sure, maybe black was under time pressure or miscalculated something, but after rook d8 check it's over and black resigned. If bishop f8 then rook takes f8 and this is a checkmate. This is what I was telling you in the beginning of the video. Black should have exchanged the queens. He didn't go for it, and of course Mikhail Tal sacrificed the queen and won the game. If you enjoyed this beautiful attacking game, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. More games are coming. Good luck.